Have you ever wondered what happens when you sprinkle a little cinnamon on your plants? Chances are you've got some cinnamon lying around in your kitchen, whether it's powder, sticks, or oil. But here's the surprising part. This warm aromatic spice isn't just for desserts. It's actually a hidden gem in the gardening world. From protecting plants against pests to stopping fungal infections and even helping your garden grow stronger, cinnamon works like a natural miracle. Today, we're breaking down the powerful ways you can use cinnamon in powder, bark, spray, and oil form to transform your garden. By the time we're done, you'll never think of this everyday spice the same way again. Let's dive in. Number 1. Using cinnamon powder as a natural fungicide. Let's start with one of the most impressive benefits of cinnamon in gardening, its ability to protect your delicate seedlings from fungal attacks. If you've ever nurtured tiny sprouts only to find them suddenly collapsing, turning mushy at the base, and dying almost overnight, you've probably encountered something called damping off disease. It's incredibly frustrating because everything looks perfect on the surface, yet the seedlings fail before they even take root. This problem is caused by aggressive soil fungi that attack young roots when the plant is at its weakest stage. But here's where cinnamon steps in like a natural guardian. Sprinkling a light, even layer of ground cinnamon over your seed starting mix can make a remarkable difference. Cinnamon is rich in a compound called cinnamaldehyde, which has strong antifungal properties. This compound disrupts the growth and spread of harmful fungi, preventing them from taking over the soil. What makes cinnamon especially helpful is that it creates a protective barrier on the soil surface. It discourages mold formation, keeps the environment dry and clean, and gives your tiny seedlings a fighting chance to grow strong without competition from fungi. It's a simple, inexpensive, and completely natural solution that turns your seed trays into a safer space for healthy growth. With just a sprinkle of this common spice, your seedlings get the peaceful, fungus-free start they truly need.
Number 2. Using cinnamon to root plant cuttings. If you love propagating plants, whether it's roses, pothos, or your favorite herbs, cinnamon can become your secret weapon. Many gardeners don't realize that this simple kitchen spice can act as a natural rooting booster. While it's not quite as strong as commercial rooting hormones, cinnamon does encourage root growth and gives your new cuttings a healthier, more reliable start. The real magic of cinnamon lies in its ability to protect the freshly cut stem. When you take a cutting, that exposed end is vulnerable to rot, fungal infections, and bacteria in the soil. Cinnamon's natural antifungal and antibacterial properties help shield the cutting during those first crucial days. And when the plant isn't busy fighting off infections, it can focus its energy on developing new roots. Using it couldn't be easier. Just dip the cut end of your stem into a bit of water to moisten it, then roll or tap it into some ground cinnamon so it coats the bottom. Plant it directly into moist soil and let nature take over. This simple step not only improves your chances of success, but also keeps your garden fully natural and chemical-free.
Number 3. Using cinnamon for ant control. Now let's move on to pests, specifically ants. Anyone who has spent time in the garden knows how quickly ants can become a nuisance. They're not just marching around minding their own business, they actually farm aphids almost like tiny livestock keepers. They protect aphids and move them around because they feed on the sweet honeydew the aphids produce. And of course, ants love building nests in the loosest soil they can find, which often means right inside your plant pots or around your roots. The good news is that cinnamon works as a natural and incredibly effective ant deterrent. It doesn't kill the ants, which is good for maintaining ecological balance, but it completely disrupts their scent trails. Ants rely heavily on chemical signals to communicate and navigate. When you sprinkle cinnamon, the strong aroma throws them off, confuses their pathways, and forces them to relocate somewhere else. Using it is super simple. Just dust a bit of cinnamon around the base of your plants, along the rims of your pots, or anywhere you notice heavy ant activity.
It's safe for your plants, completely non-toxic, and leaves your garden smelling warm and pleasant. Best of all, it helps you manage pests without harsh chemicals or sprays, just pure natural cinnamon doing its job. Number 4. Treating leaf rust and downy mildew with cinnamon spray. If you've ever spotted rusty orange or brown spots spreading across your plant's leaves, you're likely dealing with leaf rust. And if you've noticed soft, fuzzy, white or gray patches forming under the leaves, that's a classic sign of downy mildew. Both issues can spread quickly and weaken your plants, but the good news is that cinnamon can help slow down these fungal diseases and even stop them altogether if you act early. Cinnamon contains powerful antifungal compounds that can disrupt the growth of fungi living on leaf surfaces. When used as a spray, it creates a protective layer that helps prevent spores from spreading and settling on healthy leaves. Here's how to make your own cinnamon antifungal spray at home. Take 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon and mix it into a quart of warm water. Stir it well, then let the mixture steep overnight so the antifungal properties can fully infuse into the water. The next day, strain it thoroughly. Coffee filters work perfectly for this, so it doesn't clog your spray bottle. Pour the liquid into a clean spray bottle, and for better adhesion, add a single drop of natural liquid soap. Now your spray is ready to use. Apply it directly onto the affected leaves, paying special attention to the undersides where fungi like to hide and spread. The best part is that this spray is gentle enough to use on edible plants like herbs and vegetables. Still, it's smart to test it on one leaf first, just to make sure your plant reacts well. This simple, natural remedy helps protect your garden while keeping everything chemical-free. Number 5. Healing plant wounds with cinnamon. Accidents happen in the garden. Maybe you trim a little too aggressively, or a branch snaps unexpectedly while you're moving a plant. Those open wounds might seem harmless, but to bacteria, fungi, and other pathogens, they're an open invitation. That's where cinnamon steps in as an incredibly effective natural antiseptic. Cinnamon has strong antibacterial and antifungal properties that help protect the exposed area from infections. When you gently dab a bit of ground cinnamon onto the fresh wound, it forms a protective barrier, almost like a natural scab for your plant. This barrier reduces the chances of rot setting in and allows the plant tissue to heal more quickly and safely. What makes cinnamon especially useful is that it's completely natural and won't disturb the pH or microbiome of your soil the way some commercial wound-sealing products can. It's simple, clean, and highly effective. This method works particularly well on fruit trees, succulents, and any plant with thick or fleshy stems, where wounds can easily attract pests and pathogens. A light dusting of cinnamon can make all the difference in keeping those plants healthy and ensuring they bounce back from accidental cuts or breaks. Number 6. Using cinnamon bark in the soil. Now let's move on to cinnamon bark, an ingredient many gardeners overlook. While it isn't as concentrated or immediately potent as powdered cinnamon, it offers something incredibly valuable: slow-release protection. When you add pieces of cinnamon bark to your soil, compost, or potting mix, they gradually break down over time. As they decompose, they release small amounts of natural cinnamon oil into the surrounding soil. This slow infusion helps suppress harmful pathogens and keep soil-borne pests in check. It's especially useful against fungus gnats, soil mold, and other microorganisms that thrive in damp environments. Think of it as a long-term defense system working quietly beneath the surface. It doesn't overwhelm your plants or disrupt the soil structure. Instead, it creates a cleaner, healthier foundation for plant roots. While the effects are subtle, they build up gradually, making cinnamon bark an excellent addition to potting mixes for houseplants, seedlings, and even garden beds. It's a simple, natural way to elevate your soil health and keep unwanted pests and fungi from settling in.
Number 7. Using cinnamon oil for heavy-duty problems. Finally, let's talk about the most potent form of cinnamon you can use in your garden, cinnamon essential oil. If powdered cinnamon is gentle and bark is slow release, then cinnamon oil is your concentrated powerhouse. This version packs an intense punch and is incredibly effective against stubborn fungal infections like blight, powdery mildew, and rust, the kinds of issues that can take down a healthy plant in no time if left untreated. Because cinnamon oil is so strong, proper dilution is absolutely essential. Using it directly on your plants can cause leaf burn, so here's a safe and reliable recipe you can follow. Add 4 to 5 drops of cinnamon essential oil to 1 quart of water, then mix in a teaspoon of mild liquid soap. The soap helps the solution spread and stick to the leaves more effectively. Shake it thoroughly and your heavy-duty cinnamon spray is ready. Spray this mixture onto affected areas, focusing on the tops and undersides of leaves. What's great is that this solution doesn't just fight fungi, it also helps repel pests like aphids, mosquitoes, and even beetles. It's a completely natural alternative to chemical pesticides, and it leaves your garden smelling warm and spicy instead of toxic. So the next time you head out to tend your plants, remember to bring a bit of cinnamon in one form or another. It's non-toxic, budget-friendly, highly versatile, and easy to find. Plus, it smells absolutely wonderful while working its magic. If this video gave you fresh ideas or helped you learn something new, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more natural garden tips and practical solutions. And before you go, drop a comment below and tell us your favorite way to use cinnamon in the garden. Thanks so much for watching.